Cause I'm about that. Cause I'm about that.
I'm about that come up, running up on them fools and talking foolish. Try to get them funds up, killing them mic just like I ran and jewels in. Y'all gonna get done up front and on that kid with an attitude, but you can't really blame this motherfucker for what he had to do. I'm about that cash flipping, I'm getting it on and off the market. Not about that VIP, not me, not never been a fan of carpets. All about that RIP for all of my Jesus gone departed. All about that finish when I started, I'm about that.
Talk down the night, you're not ready. We ride, we're about that. So high, we see the whole city. We own the night. Down the night, you're not ready. We ride, we're about that. So high, we see the whole city. We own the night.
Know that I'm about it. Want it, man, I can bring the drama. But it ain't by chance I'm fucking rapping. You don't really want a problem. Made a little cash in the back end, but still rapping, call me starving. Yeah, y'all gotta ask who the man is. Hope I'm gonna be like, beg your pardon. I'm about that.
Talk down the night, you're not ready. We ride, we're about that. So high, we see the whole city. We own the night. Down the night, you're not ready. We ride, we're about that. So high, we see the whole city. We own the night.
And welcome into Stream City, USA, where apparently the town is burning around us. Quinn and I are dead set in the middle of it. So if we have to run because this place is burning down, we apologize. Welcome to a Wednesday edition of YSN Power Hour. DJ Yoakley here, throwing up the Wolfpack signs. You hear it? That's not the curfew siren, Paul. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, it's only 3 o'clock.
Yeah, we're about 7 hours in front of our curfew time here. Guys, it is National Teddy Bear Day today. So my question for you, everybody had one, I think, whenever they were growing up. Did you guys have a special... Dude, this is scaring the hell out of me.
How can it be that loud but not be anywhere in sight?
It's not... I mean, it sounds like there's something literally on fire inside of headquarters. It's just, they're cranking that thing like you wouldn't believe.
Maybe there's a tornado coming.
Why does everybody say that is not a tornado siren? Like, we could be being overtaken by Germans or something. I think that's those old
siren.
Is that the new siren for East Palestine Bulldogs football team to get ready? Like, here comes the air.
That's usually the Clippers, right?
Well, I mean, I'll go get my helmet real quick.
Yeah, get that.
Let's be honest here. Drop bombs.
We are completely. Well, there goes EB. He's gonna go get his helmet for real. Like, he's not messing around. We don't do that here on the Power Hour. There's no messing around at all. But being that it is National Teddy Bear Day, did you guys have a go-to when you were younger, or did your son or daughter, if appropriate, I mean, Paul, I guess you're the only one other than me that would have that. Do they have like a nighttime, like, need their stuffed animal? Billy, I guess we'll start with you since EB's getting his helmet.
No.
You didn't have a teddy? Well, it shows.
I had parents who said, take your ass to bed, shut the lights off, gain a little mental toughness.
How the hell did you get that many stickers?
He stole them.
Probably.
It's like Beethoven stealing stickers right there. Dang.
I can't even with that. Quinn, did you have a teddy bear growing up?
I have no idea. I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Scotty,
he still sleeps with it.
Scotty still has a teddy bear right now. Scotty is a teddy bear. Scotty, you have a teddy bear?
No, I did not have a teddy bear, DJ. I did have a Sonic the Hedgehog stuffed animal, which I cherish because I love Sonic as a kid. So no teddy bear, but Sonic the Hedgehog.
Muntz, did you have one of those old school teddy bears like we see in cartoons, like Calvin and Hobbes?
Yeah, the buttons for eyes and stuff.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
No, I had a pillow. I had a pillow that was my favorite. So, and my girls have blankets. They both have like a blanket that they've had since they were born, and that's it. We can't go anywhere without them. They go something overnight. They got to go with us. So
I respect that.
Speaking
Ty,
of teddy bears,
did you have a teddy bear or something special growing up?
It wasn't ever a teddy bear or anything stuffed or anything like that. I think the only toys I really remember playing with growing up were Legos and dinosaurs. So I don't really think I had anything stuffed when I was growing up.
You didn't have something like something to sleep with,
No.
like Paul said, a pillow or what, a
Blanket?
No, not really. I mean, honest to God, I don't recall ever having anything special like that to me when I went to bed.
Is that just like a missed thing in that generation? Like you got Billy Mack gets up there with his parents being drill sergeants. That's crazy. Like I had an Alf doll. EB, did you have anything?
Yeah, I actually did have a teddy bear. It's I think one of my older sisters gave it to me when I was born, so that's what I had for a while. I mean, maybe it was our generational thing. I don't know what these younger kids don't know anything about stuffing.
Well, they surely don't know anything about loyalty. Mac is not loyal to any teddy bear. What are we laughing at it?
I'm just in my own little world. Just let me live my little.
You're texting with EB. We know.
Let me live in my little box, please. It's the Lisbon Dairy Queen sponsored box today.
Why is it the Lisbon?
My phone's over here, so it's not me.
Because because I'm supporting Gary today. That's why.
Did he provide anything to you? Services?
Possibly. I don't want to make anybody else jealous.
It was an Oreo Blizzard. We know it. It's an Oreo Blizzard.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty good. It was fantastic.
So thank you to Gary Leininger and the Lisbon Dairy Queen for providing our staff, those that chose to cooperate and to partake in a little what do they call it? Now we got freaking trains. Like what is
It's East
going on?
Palestine. What do you expect?
But
Trains, horns, sirens.
Dude, this is incredible.
Go to bed. Don't go
There's
to
gonna be a
bed.
tank rolling down the street next. You're gonna see
Get off
it.
the streets.
Potesta swore up and down that there was an earthquake earlier. I kid you not.
Was he walking?
He heard there was food and he was running.
James Bartell. The North Koreans have landed. I love it. Swidka saying the sound is being tested for when EP finally scores on the Clippers. Wow. Swidka, you are officially out. Sayonara. You can take your hot sauce elsewhere. You can take it down the dial. We are going to start off and probably go the entire show, guys, because NFL starts tomorrow. And because it's a Thursday, we're not going to pay much attention to it on our show because we're going to go over our games. The 26, Paul? 25?
24.
24 that we have on Friday nights. Thursday will be Beaver Local. That'll be an audio-only game because we are blacked out due to WTOV having exclusive rights to that game. And then we have one on Saturday as well. So that takes us a total of 26 for this week. So we will preview all of them tomorrow. We will pick all of them on Friday. But today we're going to talk about the National Football League and our picks for not only division winners, but also Super Bowl champion and some of the standouts in the league. Is everybody cool with that?
Why not?
Sure.
All right, let's start it off with who do you feel is going to take the NFC East? We'll go around the horn. You don't have to just pick a team. You can say why. EB, how you feeling about the NFC East?
Generally, that's a tough one because it's one of the I guess you could call it a balanced division, but it's a bad division. So naturally, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm going to pick the Cowboys, but there's expectations, so they'll probably sit there and shit the bed, and the Eagles will win it. So that's where I'm at.
Mac, how you feeling about the NFC East? Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, and
fly.
Washington.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Period.
Okay.
Cowboys stink.
Angry. He has quickly turned into the angriest man on the Power Hour, has he not?
Always.
Wow. There's a chip on your shoulder the size of, dare I say, Dallas. And you got those Dallas Cowboy colors on right now, minus the green. Quinn, how you feeling about the NFC East?
Yeah, I think Dallas is just too good this year. I think they're on both sides of the football. They're just too good. So I'm going Dallas.
Scotty Mincher, who picked everybody at 9-7 in his preseason picks. How you feeling about the Cowboys?
Hey, I redid those picks. I feel better about them now. But, yeah, I have to agree with Quinn to be anticlimactic here. I like the Cowboys. Wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles challenge them, and I like to call that division the NFC least because it always seems like nobody wants it in that division. But I'll take the Cowboys.
All right, Paulie, who you have?
I'm gonna go with Tim. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Oh, Mac he's even angry giving you credit. There he goes. Looking like a Heinz Ward wannabe up in that corner. Ty Bartell, who do you have with the NFC East?
I hate picking them because I absolutely dislike this team, but I'm going to have to say the Cowboys. I'm going to have to say the Cowboys.
Get off the
Get off the bus. But I think the only thing that – I mean, with the Cowboys moving forward, I think they have one of the most complete teams in football except their quarterback position. I'm not sold on Dak Prescott, but I'm sold everywhere else from their offensive line to their running back to their defense. I think they have a complete team. I think their quarterback's the biggest question mark.
How about them Cowboys? Add me to the bus. I'll take the Cowboys in the NFC East, and it's probably not even close. I think Carson Wentz probably breaks a leg again or whatever. Sneezes and snaps his spine in half. That seems to be the go-telling of his career. So give me the Cowboys in about 3 games too. So
I just think there's too much, like, I don't want to say pressure on them, but like everybody's picking them. So they're the favorite. Yeah.
They got a new coach. They have. There's all kinds of issues. Still
I think everybody's picking them like, yeah, they're going to run away with this division, and I think that's going to get to them, and they're going to be like, oh, we're supposed to do this, and they're going to lose games that like there's no reason they lose them.
That's every year.
And
what's the difference?
The Cowboys do Cowboy things.
Yeah, they still end up going 12-4.
It's true. Listen, I just don't like. I love Carson Wentz, the quarterback. He is just softer than Sharman when it comes to the NFL. So until he can prove otherwise, my man is going to be second fiddle to Dak Prescott and Zeke, as far as I'm concerned. NFC North. This is where things could get interesting because there's 3 teams you can pick from really. We all know that Jeff Bezos would pick the Detroit Lions. There's no question about that. Who are you taking, Ty? Are you taking the Bears, the Lions?
I thought he was a Bears guy. I thought he picked the Bears.
No, he's a Lions
big Lions guy.
Oh.
Going back to the days of Matthew Stafford. Ty, who do you got in the NFC North?
It's hard for me to pick against him because he's always produced. I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers with the Packers because they're always consistently good. They're always either in the division race or in a wild card race. So it's hard for me to pick against him. So I'm going to say the Packers.
Paulie, who you got in the North?
The Bears.
Wow. You think it's going to happen for the Bears this year?
I think the Bears are going to put it together. I think they got it. I think they're being overlooked, and they're going to be a team that's going to sneak up on some people, and I think they'll do it.
Scotty too hotty.
I don't trust, I should say, Mitchell Trubisky. I think he still has a lot more he has to prove. So I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers in the Packers.
Nick Foles? Is he not?
I think Nick Foles is the starting QB though, isn't he? Didn't they just name Nick Foles?
I thought I read something where it said Trubisky they were going with Trubisky. I don't know. Maybe not.
Going with Trubisky.
They're going with Trubisky?
They are?
One. Yeah.
Wow.
They came out and said it.
Good on you, Scotty. All right, so you said you're going with who? The Packers.
The Packers, yeah. I mean, they still have Aaron Rodgers. They're flawed. They're not perfect, but I go Packers, and then second I go Bears. I think they'll finish about 8.
Okay.
Packers 10-6 probably.
Scotty's got this all cleared out. He understands. He's got all the records ready to go. Quinn, who do you have in the NFC North?
I'm going to be very specific with it. It's going to come down to Week 17. The Bears and Packers play. It's going to be whoever wins that game.
Wow.
So I'm not going to pick which one, but it's going to come down to that game.
Whoever had Quinn with more than 3 words on this round, bingo. Mac, who you got?
I'm going Vikings.
You like that?
Yeah, I do. I like the way I like Dalvin Cook a lot. I like their defense, especially their front 7. And I think Kirk Cousins isn't as bad as people think that he is. He just doesn't like to throw the ball 30 yards down the field. He's not Aaron Rodgers. Who's
he going to throw to?
What'd you say, Quinn?
Who's he going to throw to?
You got
Thielen's
the,
pretty
you got
good.
the rookie wide Jefferson, who just from LSU, who broke every record in college football last year for wide receiving.
Helps with Joe Burrow.
Sure.
Quinn and I got into a fight.
I would say those wideouts were better than Joe Burrow. We're going to find out this year in the NFL.
Poor Scotty saw mom and dad get into a fight in the middle of HQ about, you guessed it, LeBron James and Michael Jordan again. Didn't go well.
God, that old argument again.
Oh yeah, that's all Quinn wants to talk about. Especially the day after he becomes what, Quinn? The
all-time playoff leader in wins.
But not championships. So
Sustained dominance, DJ.
How many more games has LeBron got in the playoffs than Michael Jordan?
Are you really going to say that that's a negative?
No, I asked the question.
I don't know. He won 162 last night. So
That's all he knows.
significantly more.
Okay. Michael didn't have to be in the playoffs that much to win games because he won them in 4.
He also lost in the first round of the playoffs a lot more, too.
Yeah. How many rings has he got?
Comes with the Wizards.
How many rings has he got?
There it is.
5 less than Bill Russell. So.
Okay. I mean, you
Bill
go.
Russell's the GOAT then.
Actually, I think they said Bill Russell's got 11.
Yes,
yeah, 5 less. Yeah. So
How many losses does he have? That's the question.
Yeah, Bill Russell would be 1 if you go by rings. You know, Jordan's in that, what, 2?
Robert Ory would be 2.
Oh, he's got 7. That's right.
7-0. So.
Okay. That's all right. You know, you get to the playoffs all the time.
So I'm going to pick, it's going to come down to.
Go ahead, EB.
I think it's going to come down to the Packers and actually the Detroit Lions. So I'm going to go a little Betos here. I just think Detroit's building up and they're going to shock some people, but Packers are going to pull away and win the division. But the Lions are going to be a sleeper.
They started hot last
If
year.
their line stays healthy.
Yeah, they started hot last year. Lions.
Honestly, if their line stays healthy and they can protect Stafford, they'll be okay. They'll be pretty good. Running back.
Who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
Where
They were
did he
like
come from?
4-1 last year, starting the season.
Yeah, and their line fell apart. Stafford back tanked.
I am going to take the Packers because Aaron Rodgers has something to prove this year, unlike any other year, because remember the Packers drafted a quarterback the first round, correct? They went up to get him.
If I was Aaron Rodgers, you'd have traded me. I wouldn't be showing up for nothing this year.
Well,
bad of a contract.
nobody on this
Trade him.
panel is entirely shocked that you would ask to be traded, Billy, because your loyalty
Trade me.
is.
Can't trade him. Contract.
Send me to San Francisco where I can win the championship this year.
San Francisco would be stupid to give up Garoppolo for you.
Why?
You're saying Jimmy G's a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers? Is that what you're saying?
At this point, yeah. Right now, yeah.
Wow.
That's so disrespectful. The blasphemy is coming out of here.
Jimmy G has a longer career ahead of him than Aaron Rodgers has.
He threw the ball 8 times, Quinn.
That's not his fault. They
Yes,
ran
it
for
is.
400 yards. They ran the ball 400 yards and won.
I can't believe you just said that Jimmy G is better than Aaron Rodgers.
When you can run for 400 yards, do you really care about passing? No.
You got one of the better tight ends in the league, and you're not going to throw to him. So
You
give
just
somebody who's going to throw
vomited
the
your
ball.
credibility all over the place.
Did they win that football game?
Did who win the football game?
Did the 49ers win the football game when he threw for 8 passes?
Not because of anything Jimmy G did.
He didn't do
It
anything.
didn't matter. He got the win.
You know why they didn't win the Super Bowl?
Because they didn't have
a guy that could pass the
They
ball.
ran into Pat Mahomes' buzzsaw. I hate saying that.
Oh my gosh.
Anthony's not here, so I'll say it.
Oh my gosh. I cannot believe you just said Jimmy Garoppolo.
I would take
is
Jimmy
a better-
Garoppolo over Aaron Rodgers right now.
Is there anybody else that's
You'll see.
that shit crazy on this panel that would take Jimmy G over Aaron Rodgers?
You'll see.
Nope.
Is he on your fantasy team? Is that why? Like,
No.
are you in love?
No, Russell Wilson, my fantasy quarterback.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Moving on. Ooh, the NFC South. Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and Bucks. I'll start it off. I'll go Tampa Bay Buccaneers with TB12 and the entire cast. Oh my gosh, Pletch. Oh my gosh. Pletch is crazy. Pletch
All
is
he does
freaking
is
crazy.
win. How are you going to say anything about
All
that?
he does is win. Win what?
Got him to the Super Bowl.
You know, there's like when you go to the championship, you don't get rings if you don't
I
win,
mean,
right? Like you were a
went to the
LeBron
Super Bowl.
fan, now you're a Jimmy G fan.
I'm not a
second
Jimmy
place-
G fan by any means, but I would take Jimmy G over Aaron
You
Rodgers.
are like the participation trophy prince. Like you are loving that. Like how many like red
Hey, all I
ribbons
know,
can we put
Fletcher
on?
agrees with me.
What's that?
Fletcher agrees with me. That's one.
Maybe he disagrees with his pick, not because of that statement.
There it is. Well, he tried to spell
Drinking Reed
Somebody
Kool-Aid.
is just drinking at this point.
Yeah. Maybe he's drinking right now.
Betos hacked into James Bartell's
Yeah.
Facebook account. Somebody is drinking the Kool-Aid. Quinn, I'm sorry, like that's not a good take. That's just not a good take. I can't get on board with that. There's nothing that shows me any evidence. Like Jimmy Garoppolo would have to be at least in the conversation for a couple MVPs before you said he was better than Aaron Rodgers.
MVP with Jimmy G.
This season, Jimmy G will be better than Aaron Rodgers. That's all I'm
This
saying.
season.
Yeah.
Snap for snap as a quarterback, not wins and
Are
lost.
we allowed to bet? Like, are we allowed to
No.
bet? Like, is it? It's not.
Yeah.
legally-
Don't get paid enough to make bets.
Yeah, you made a bet with Jeff for the Yankees, so
I'm not an idiot like Jeff either, though.
I was talking to DJ, but
Maybe a friendly bet. Maybe it's not money. Maybe it's something else.
Bet cookies.
Nobody's getting those cookies.
Give
Those
them a high
cookies are better
five.
than currency. All right. Falcons, Panthers, Saints, Bucks. I took the Bucks. EB, who you have?
I think everyone's going to take the Bucks, but I'm going to say this is Drew Brees' last hurrah. I'm going to go with the Saints.
Quinn's agreeing with you. Are you still going to take the Saints?
Quinn's his own man. He can do whatever he wants.
Mac, who are you taking in the South?
Yeah, I'm going with the Saints, but it has nothing to do with Drew Brees. I think he's on his way out. I think they'll miss Teddy Bridgewater, but I love that defense and that ball hawking defense.
You said
Led by
Teddy Bridgewater, but has nothing to do with Drew Brees?
Yeah.
Do you think? I just want to make sure we're straight here. Do you think that Teddy Bridgewater is better than Drew Brees?
No, but I think they'll miss having that. Just go to the next one because I'm not getting into this.
I'm a little bit concerned.
I think what Billy was saying was Teddy Bridgewater is a great security blanket in case if something happens to Drew Brees.
Got
The guy went 5-0 last year when he was down.
Okay. Quinn, on to you with the NFC South.
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints. Their running game's great. Their defense is fantastic. And if Breeze does go down, Jameis Winston is still not a bad quarterback. Yeah, he threw 30 last year, but he's not that bad. He can probably get the job done.
Falcons
Scotty, who do you
stink.
got?
I gotta go with the Saints. I think the Bucks they have great potential. They have the flash pieces that the Browns acquired last year, but I think it's gonna take the Bucks a while. I think they get a wild card, but the Saints take the division.
Shaken, not stirred. Bunsey, what do you got?
Saints, definitely. They got that.
I think everybody's going to go with the Buccaneers here, but
Yeah, I think the Buccaneers are that shiny penny that everybody wants to go over and pick up, and after a while, you look at it and you're like, oh, yeah, that's just a penny.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think everybody's going to be wanting to pick up that shiny penny in about 3 weeks whenever Tom Brady's actually got some weapons. But I digress. Ty Bartell, who do you got?
Scotty, I agree with you that the Buccaneers have all these flashy pieces around them, and they're much like the Browns were last year. But unlike the Browns from last year, they don't have the greatest of all time Manning under center. They don't have a Baker Mayfield, so they have the GOAT at quarterback. I don't care how
he's
old the
also
GOAT is.
85 years old.
Doesn't matter, man. Does not matter. He's still the GOAT. I'm going to take Tom Brady and the Buccaneers all day, every day.
Oh, here we go. Cleveland Browns win the whole thing, says Steve Leslie.
Hey, we haven't got to the AFC
We're not
North
there
yet.
yet, Steve. Calm down. Calm down. We also have hi DJ, it's me Avery with the red-headed emoji. Did you like the cookies? Also, hi Daddy.
Yep. Hi, girls. Yeah, they're
Afterthought.
they're home today. Yeah, they had to stare at those cookies for 2 days too, and not get to eat any of them.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
I'm honestly thinking about ordering more for Friday for everybody so they can have
You won't.
them. So,
You won't get them there by Friday.
Why?
That girl can't make them that fast.
Oh boy. Well,
Yeah.
we'll at least say that I tried. We'll put it that way. Didn't Bridgewater go to Carolina? Yes, he did, and that's why Billy Mack is having a heart attack, trying to say that the Saints might not be as good without a nice backup. But that's when Quinn came in and said, "What? Jameis Winston." Okay.
I even know better than that, dude. I'm a Florida State fan, and he was terrible. He was terrible when he was there. I know he won a national championship, but geez, oh man.
The dude ate good though.
Yeah, he did. Him and his crab legs.
Oh boy. All right. Where are we at? NFC West. Ty, you want to lead us off in the NFC West, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Seattle Seahawks. I think Russell Wilson is one of the best quarterbacks in the league as well. I think he's underrated. People are starting to finally recognize him as a great, starting like last year and the year before that. Depends on what their pieces do around him. He hasn't really had many weapons the past few years, but they always have a great defense. So I guess it depends on what their receiver production comes out to this year. But I'm going to go with Seattle.
Am I the only guy that doesn't see Russell Wilson as a top 3 quarterback? Like, I could see him in the top 5, definitely top 10. I just don't think Russell's a top 3 guy. Anybody else on that?
I'm on that boat. I don't like him as a top 5, top 10 quarterback sometimes.
Really?
No, I'm with you on not a top 3. I still think he's a top 5, though. I agree with you on that. I do think he's in the top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now.
Muncie, who do you have in the NFC West?
I got to stay local connection in the 49ers.
I can respect that. Is it because of Jimmy G?
No, it's not because of Jimmy G. I like the tight end. That dude's awesome. I like him.
Right? Kittle?
Yeah, Kittle. He is. I was sad he was gone when I went picked for the fantasy draft, but he was. I just like his enthusiasm. I mean, when he got hurt and had to sit out because he had back problem last year, he was sitting up in the not the press box, but in one of the owners' boxes, and he was like just going nuts because he couldn't get on the field. And when he finally got out there, he did well, and he just got paid pretty well too to be a good tight end.
Steve saying that Tampa won't win 8 games. Steve, why don't you join our little production board back here? You can join the likes of Ron Potesta, who already told me that he's going to have to take out an extra $50 in the next month or so to pay somebody off. I don't know who that would be because we don't bet inside these 4 walls here. Scotty Mincher, who do you have in the NFC West?
Well, I think the Seahawks have the best player in Russell Wilson, and to disagree with you, DJ, I do think he is a top 3 quarterback. Just my opinion. I think you could argue he's the best in the league right now. But that being said, I think the Niners have the best team, so I'll go with San Francisco.
Scotty, who are your top 3 quarterbacks?
I'd have to go Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, and right now I'd probably go with
Lamar Jackson. Wow.
Yeah.
With Baker a close 4th, right?
He could move back into the top 10 after this year.
Sorry, buddy.
Everybody going with the shiny picks. I love it. Everybody's like Billy Mack, going with who's hot, who's in the lead right now.
I'm interested to see who he picks here because his girlfriend likes the 49ers, but I don't necessarily think he's going to go that direction. We'll find out in a minute. Q, who do you have?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the same for the NFC North. It's going to come down to Week 17. The Niners play at home against the Seahawks. Whoever wins that one's going to win the division. Is, in my humbled opinion, it's going to be the Niners.
We need to look at all the games that are in Week 17, and the two top teams in each division are probably playing each other. And Quinn's like, it's going to come down to Week 17. It's Week 17.
No,
Week 17.
Browns play the Steelers Week 17, I think, or something like that.
We know it's not going to come down to
that. It won't come down to that game.
All right, here it is. The truth be told, Billy Mack, who you got in the NFC West?
I think it's for me, it's all about what the 49ers do to keep everybody else in check. They don't turn the ball over. They run the football. They own the time of possession. And to me, that's you can have really great players on the outside, and whether it's Seattle or Arizona, they're just not going to do enough. I don't think, because they're going to take those risks to try to expand the lead and turn the ball over, and that's when San Francisco gets you and they beat you. So I would say San Francisco's got the edge right now.
And Billy doesn't have to sleep on the couch tonight. EB, who do you have?
I'm going to go against the grain here. And if there's a really good team and they get a brand new stadium, I'm going to go the LA Rams.
I like it. I like it. The uniforms are the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
I like the pick. I'm going to go, man, my heart says 49ers, but the wild card says Arizona Cardinals. This is it. Larry Legend is going to hook up with Murray, and they're going to have a season and catch everybody off guard. I don't believe that one iota, but nobody's picked the Cardinals in anything, so what the hell? We're not.
They also have DeAndre Hopkins, too.
Yeah, I think they're going to have some weapons. Do I think they'll win the division? No, but weirder things have happened. So I'm all in on the Cardinals in the West. My heart's with San Francisco. I think they'll actually be the one that does it, but something about Arizona is just fun to pick. All right, so let's move. Let's take a quick break, and we'll move to the AFC, and then we'll get our picks for MVP, Super Bowl champion, as well as some, off-the-wall picks. All right, we'll be back in just a little bit on the YSN Power Hour NFL Pick'em edition here on ysnlive.com. Click.
Commercial.
Baird Brothers remains your source for fine hardwood products. For the time being, we're open for customer pickup only on weekdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon. Place your order online at bairdbrothers.com. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
The 4M Company, being an architect and construction manager for over 40 years, has had the opportunity to use many different electrical businesses for our projects. The depth, quality, and knowledge and attention to detail displayed by Dickey Electric makes them stand out above all the rest.
For state-of-the-art expertise and a timeless commitment to our customers, contact Joe Dickey Electric. We are everything electrical.
21
Good evening,
News.
and thank you for joining us.
Let's get right to our top More story experienced reporters.
A new Wilmington restaurant.
GM Lordstown.
Telling more local stories.
We'll look at
Baby
efforts
boy
to
is
curb
recovering from a broken.
Around our
Good
valley.
afternoon. We are here in Youngstown, right up.
Because you expect
It's important for everyone. No place like home.
more local news.
In Mercer County
before
Court.
they become life-threatening.
21 News is our valley's #1 local news.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at bairdbrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at bairdbrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. bairdbrothers.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the YSN Power Hour. Look at that power slide. Like Chris Collinsworth when he slides into the frame on Sunday Night Football. He just does one of those and chills out. All right, we are doing our not YSN. It is, YSN Pick'em for the NFL. Kate Kelly saying go with your heart, DJ. Sorry, Kate, can't do that right now. This is all about business with the boys. All right, AFC East, starting with what?
I said in our Man Haters He-Man Club, right?
Why do you always got to bring that up? It's always a Munson thing. Got to bring that up. What's in that cup?
Nothing.
Yeah, okay.
Ice.
It's a prop. It's a prop. AFC
I got
East.
ice.
The Bills, the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Jets. Ty, why don't you lead us off in the East?
Going to be a surprise pick, but maybe not. I'm still going to say Patriots under the Bill Belichick system. I think Cam Newton's going to surprise a lot of people. He's on a revenge tour right now after everyone doubting him the last few years. I think you could see the Patriots go 10-6. I don't think they're going past the first round of the playoffs, but I do think they're going to win the division.
Okay, the Patriots. I think that you might be a lone wolf on that one, my friend. Muncie, who you have?
This will make Bethesda happy. I'm going to go with Buffalo.
Any particular reason, or?
I just think they're the best team in the division. I mean, I think the Patriots are falling off. They've lost a lot of pieces. The Jets are just a dumpster fire. I mean, they're just terrible. I mean, and the Dolphins are still trying to piece things together every year, and all their pieces fall apart. They got a house made out of paper mache.
All right. Thanks, Paul. Scotty Mitchell, who do you got?
Yeah, I got the Bills in this division, and it's the reason I give them the edge. I think Cam, he has to show me he can stay healthy. He hasn't been healthy in a long, long time. Plus, the Pats had a lot of opt-outs on the defensive side of the ball before the season. So I got to go with Bills Mania and the Buffalo Bills.
I respect that. Quinn, who do you have? You already also did away with your sponsorship for the day, so you only get a half-hour sponsorship.
I did. Half a show, half a sponsor. You know, we'll make it work for the second half. I really want to say the Pats. I really do, but like Scotty said, they lost so much on that defensive end. I don't think Bill Belichick is good enough to fix this one this time. So I got to go with the Bills.
All right, Mac, who do you have?
I'm going with the first off, the second best team in the conference is going to be the Dolphins. I'm going with the Patriots.
Wait. The second best team in the conference?
Division, whatever.
Okay.
I was about to be like, what?
Wow. And they didn't even win the division. All right. EB, who do you have?
I'm going to go with the Finns, man. For whatever reason, I do like the Bills. I think it's going to come down to the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins. Is
that week 17?
Yeah, week 17. It's going to be so good. They're going to play a week 18. So
don't give them any ideas.
I'm gonna go with Miami here, and not to discredit Ty at all, but since when did anyone discredit Bill Belichick in the past like umpteen years? Because no one has.
Paul, it is week 17, by the way.
I told you. Just look at all the week 17 games. Those are going to be the two teams that are going to decide a division.
Ty, did you want to rebut here?
I don't think it. I guess I didn't mean to say that anyone like discredits Bill Belichick, but it always seems like the Patriots. I guess it was more Tom Brady. Every year it was like, oh, they're getting aged. I think it's more people want to see them go down more than anything. But I mean, I don't know. I have so much respect for Bill Belichick and the culture that he's built over in New England that they just win. They always just find a way to win. So I can't pick against them.
And he's a strutters guy. He's a strutters guy. So how can you go against him? I mean, those Wildcats know how to put dubs together. All right. I am going to follow EB on this one, and Dolphins got to swim together. There's too many pieces of guys that feel like they're being slighted. You got Tua that's going to be slinging the rock. Now you have Lynn Bowden. That guy is going to be something in the NFL. I don't care if the Raiders thought so or not. He is going to be a dynamic player in the NFL. You can't go from what they were talking about on draft day to the dude doesn't know how to block. Like, you think that didn't get scouted? So I'm very interested. I think there's a lot of pieces the Dolphins have, and they're kind of the island of misfit toys. So there's gonna be a chip there.
There was a little more to that than be told. I was reading the article about why they got rid of him, and they were talking about they wanted to move him to running back, and they said that he just didn't fit there, and they said there were some distractions in Las Vegas that he
didn't step out of his house twice, is what he said.
I mean,
there's not going to be distractions.
He was a quarterback. He was a wide receiver. They just didn't find a spot for him.
Yeah.
Why can't he just play all of them? At this point, if you got one guy that plays three positions, that's better than having three guys that play one position.
They didn't want him to do that, so they got rid of him.
Well, what the hell did you draft him for? They
thought they could make that switch, and they didn't get as many training camps in because of COVID.
Hey, why do girls date bad guys? Because they think they can make them change. Well, they thought they could make this kid change into something he wasn't, and they say, okay, let's just ship him off somewhere and get a draft pick for him and be done with it. And they said they loved him. The GM said, we really loved this kid. He was a great kid. Being a Raiders fan, I was reading up on this stuff, and they said we really liked him. He just didn't fit our program the way we want him to right now.
You know who he reminds me of, and DJ, you might be able to get on board with this. You remember Antoine Randall?
Yep, I was gonna say Cordell and Antoine Randall. That is
that. He's Antoine Randall 2.0.
Not as
where
fast.
he should end up.
I know where you want to end up.
The
but
Stellars.
He ain't gonna go there.
Oh, what do you mean he ain't gonna go? He doesn't have a choice if he gets traded.
He's gonna be fine.
Bad thing is, he's like on the depth chart is running back. If they keep him running back in Miami, he's like 4th.
Dude, he's not going to be a running back. He's going to be one of those guys that you can split out. Like, you're going to have to take notice of Lynn. You're going to have to, because he's not the kind of, he will burn you straight up, and he can play 3 different positions. So why wouldn't you play him in 3 different positions? If you're a Wildcat team, I don't know, Atlanta, Miami, you're gonna do some good things. And the perfect spot for him, honestly, would have been Tennessee, because think about what you can do with him in the lineup. You don't have a good quarterback. You can put him in and not have to worry about a guy like Roethlisberger or Aaron Rodgers or all these these top quarterbacks complaining about losing snaps. Tennessee would have been the perfect spot for him, other than Pittsburgh, but that's a home pick. All right, where are we at here? AFC. Let's keep the AFC North for last, because that's where all our loves lie. AFC South: Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Titans. I'm gonna take the Titans, and I want to take the Texans. However, I just don't think they're going to be the same with losing some weapons in the offseason, and obviously DeAndre Hopkins being a big one. J.J. Watt, one of my favorite players of all time, a little bit susceptible to injury. I'll be interested to see if he comes back stronger than ever. But the Titans just keep on chugging along. They just keep on getting breaks, and I love the way their coach coaches. I love he's got that Patriot mentality, do your job, and he took it down south with them to Tennessee. So I'm taking the Titans. EB, who you have?
Maybe I've been in this city way too many times this summer, but I'm going to go Indianapolis. I think they had a couple injuries last year that derailed them, and they have some good youth. But I'm going to go Indianapolis Colts, and that division's always competitive, and they kind of all beat up on each other. So it's a crapshoot when it probably gets down to week 17, and whoever that matchup is that Indianapolis plays, I'm going to take the Colts.
All right, Mac, who do you have?
I think this division stinks. I think this is the worst division in football. I think you could probably coin flip it, because this is one of those years where a 7-9 team could win the division. Let's just go with Houston, because they have the best quarterback in the conference and the division.
Okay, Quinn, who do you have?
Yeah, no, I'm with Eric. I think the Colts can actually win it. Phillip is going to have a comeback year, I think. Actually has a couple guys he can throw the football to now, so that'll be exciting to see. But the Colts defense is solid, and it's going to depend on their running game. If Jonathan Taylor can get some actual good yardage and stuff like that, I think the Colts have a chance of winning it.
They had a whole bunch of targets to throw to last year when in San Diego, by the way. Yeah. The last few years, and he still threw for like 20 picks every year.
There is nobody since Jim Harbaugh that I dislike more than Phillip Rivers. Like, I cannot, even though he's on like one of my favorite secondary teams, like if I don't root for the Steelers, or like I have some interest in the Colts. I love their jerseys, I love Peyton Manning, I love all that stuff. When he got picked up by the Colts, I was like, no, anywhere but there. I can't root for that. I can't root for Phillip Rivers because he makes these faces, then he throws 8 picks. I can't get behind Phillip Rivers.
Dude, you have 17 kids. You make those faces too.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Only 5 of them get tickets to the game. So explain to me how that system is going to go.
And he doesn't get to drive that big expensive van all the way there now. He's got.
Well, somebody drives him, right?
Well, yeah, but he used to drive from San Diego to Los Angeles, and now he can't do that anymore. It'd be a hell of a commute from San Diego all the way to Indianapolis.
He's trying to create his own football team full of rivers. Scotty Minter, who do you have in the AFC South?
I'm gonna agree with EB here and go with the Indianapolis Colts. I went back and forth on this one, DJ, but I think what the Titans did last year, a lot of it was just full of gold. I like Mike Vrabel as a coach, but still not sold on Ryan Tannehill. I think they're not going to be quite as good. And then the Texans, they've just been going forward with a loser's mentality. I feel trading away great core piece like Deshaun Hawkins. So I got to go with the Colts.
All right, Muncie.
I'd like to say the Colts, but I'm going to go with the Titans just because I have their running back and I need them to have a big year so that I can have a good fantasy.
All right. Okay. Ty, take us down AFC South Road here.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Q and EB here. I'm going to say the Colts. I'm going to say them because they got Jonathan Taylor and one of the best offensive lines in the league right now. I think that's going to absolutely help them. I don't know about – I mean, Phillip Rivers is an upgrade from Jacoby Brissett. I don't think he's going to be the end-all, be-all. I think they might actually turn to a running game just because they have Taylor and that amazing offensive line down in Indianapolis. But I do think that the Colts, they have a lot of pieces. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people this year.
AFC West, is anybody picking against the Chiefs?
I'd like to.
But then
I'm going to. I'm going to pick with my heart, not my head. I do that most of the time anyway. So.
Are you going with the Chargers?
Yeah, no, actually, I was going to pick the Broncos because Olivia likes horses. No, the Raiders all day.
All right, just win. Everybody else goes Chiefs. Do we even have?
No way, man. I'm going Broncos.
Are you really?
Yeah, if it happens, so I can sit there and I can say, "Sorry, Hartwig, go pound salt, bud."
Not this year. Soon, though. Soon.
It truly is the Chiefs to lose, but I like the Broncos. I mean, they have a lot of moving parts that can really get into motion and a good defense, and it's a weird year already. So
maybe the half of a billionaire will go down hurt.
Yeah,
they could.
I don't want to root for him to get injured. I got him now. Like, I can't do that.
You don't have to. We can, though.
Hartwig will still trade for him. Like, even if he gets hurt, I'll just say, like, hey, man, you want him, you can have him. All right, here it is, the main event. The majority of us are AFC North fans in one way or the other. Who's going to take the AFC North and why? I'll go ahead and start. I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers with 2 words, Ben Roethlisberger. He's back, he's better than ever, and he is going to light up the skies like the 4th of July. Steelers, and it comes down to week 17. Not really. They just need to beat the Browns in order to win the division. EB, who do you have?
I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers not to win the division. I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens, and I'm going to give you 2 more words, Lamar Jackson, and then we'll go with a little – I think J.K. Dobbins is going to make his presence known over there in good old Ratbird City, USA. And really, I just like how Baltimore has it rolling. They play gritty. They play tough. I really don't care about this division at all. I'm sure you guys are all going to have fun with it, but I'm going to go Baltimore.
Mac, who do you have?
I'm sure they're not going with Pittsburgh. They're worse this year than they were last year with having Big Ben coming back. Baltimore wins the division probably by 2 games.
Ooh, okay. Quinn, who do you have?
All right, so I'm doing 2 things. I'm going with Paul. I'm picking with my heart. Obviously, it's going to be the Browns. They're going to win it. And I'm giving you 1 word, DJ, and it ties into yours. You could use it too. Delusion.
As in you have it?
As in we both have it, to think that anybody but Baltimore will win this division.
Well, I'm just letting you know that Baltimore has never won the division in the last 2 years with Ben Roethlisberger at the helm. So there's a sabermetric stat for you. Scotty Minter, who do you have?
It pains me to say this, but I have to go with the Baltimore Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson right now, at least right now anyway, is by far the best quarterback in the division, and they're just loaded on both sides of the ball. But I will say this, DJ, I think you could see 3 teams from the AFC North make the playoffs this year. I think it's going to be a hell of a division.
Well, according to your report earlier, Scotty, three of those teams will not be the Steelers because you picked the Steelers to go 6-10.
I did earlier. I did, but I wouldn't be surprised if we had a division winner and then the Steelers were snuck in at 9-7, and the extra wild card. I don't know. I feel like there could be 3 teams that win. That get in the playoffs.
Let's go to Munson over the AFC North. Paulie, you have no dog in the fight here. Who do you got?
This is a tough division. This is a tougher division than I'd have to pick than like for the AFC West, because obviously living in the area that we do, there's tons of Browns fans. Carrie's side of the family's all Browns fans. There's tons of Steeler fans. My dad and all them are all they're all big Steeler fans. What I think Baltimore probably has one of the better teams. And so just for the hell of it, I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Oh my God.
That's dumb.
I don't care because I don't care about this division.
That was such a Betos pick.
Bengals are taking it all.
This is so hard, and I'm probably going to go to hell for saying this, but they went 8-8 on solely defense last year. You got Ben Roethlisberger coming back.
And you got a work quarterback.
There's so many offensive threats there, and they have a culture like New England.
Standard is the standard.
Yeah, they do. When you can't even argue that they don't. They have a culture of winning over there. They absolutely do. They don't have losing seasons, Quinn.
No,
they
don't have losing seasons, but they don't have a culture like the Patriots.
It's not exactly like the Patriots, but it's a winning culture over there.
Get off him, Quinn. Get off of him.
That's all they are.
Get off of him.
I hate picking it. I really do, but I'm going to say Pittsburgh.
Let's go.
That's dark.
He's off the bus.
I'm picking with my head, Quinn, not with my heart. I can't.
He's off the bus, Quinn. He's off the bus.
Baltimore lost Earl Thomas. They lost a big
Loyalty.
defensive piece.
Where's the loyalty, Ty?
Let's go.
No, he's no loyalty.
All right, everybody off a tie. Let them up, because now we got to pick our Super Bowl champions. So out of all those teams, somebody has to be Super Bowl champion, right? Or will it be a wild card team? Ty, you can redeem yourself to all your panelists here right now. Who's your Super Bowl champion this year?
Anthony Hartwig's going to love me. Chiefs repeat. I'm sorry. I think they're going to have a dynasty.
Muncie, who you have?
San Francisco.
Scotty Mincher.
Well, you know how I feel about Pat Mahomes, DJ. So I gotta say that I think this year, though, they have a bit of a Super Bowl hangover. I think the Chiefs get there, but the Saints knock them off. The Saints have been knocking on the door the last few years, and I think they kick it down, and Drew Brees is final hurrah. So the Saints over Chiefs.
All right. Quinn, who do you have?
Saints.
Mac?
Saints.
EB?
I'm going with this one just to piss off Billy Mack. I'm going to say the Dallas Cowboys over the Kansas City Chiefs.
You guys have a good day.
Stairway to 7, baby. The Steelers are taking the world by storm. Ben Roethlisberger wins his first of 2 championships over the next 3 years. And it's 2020. Anything can happen. And here we go. Here we go, Steelers. MVP, Ty Bartell. Who do you got for most valuable player of the year?
Oh, that's going to be a tough one. I want to say, just because I'm going to say that Tom Brady's going to take it with all the pieces around him. I think he has a real chance around him. There's so many pieces that he could throw to that are going to make him look better and bolster his stats. And I just know people are going to look at him just because of his age. And if he throws 4,000 or 5,000 yards a season and a boatload of touchdowns, it's going to be hard for people to overlook him. So
I respect that, Munson.
Drew Brees in his final year, right off in the sunset.
Mincher.
Well, my head tells me Mahomes, but I'm going with my heart on this one, DJ. I'm going with Nick Chubb this year's NFL MVP.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Quinn.
You guys get on me for calling the Bengals. Jeez.
No, I agree with everything Ty said. That's really good points and all that. But I want to say, like, it's not going to be Brady because there's too much hatred of Tom Brady. I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey.
Okay. Mac?
I'm going to go Lamar again. I think it's hard to do it twice in a row, but I think it's when he presents that 10 touchdowns, 15 touchdowns on the ground, maybe 1,000 yards, maybe 20 to 30, in the air. I think that's just a hard mix-up, and it's just too impressive. Nobody's ever done things like that outside of maybe Michael Vick.
EB?
I'm gonna go running back as well. I'm just gonna follow a little Ohio State love. I'm gonna go Ezekiel Elliott.
Okay. I am going to pick.
Big man.
No, I'm going to pick Tom Brady. I like what Ty brought to the table with that. I think that this could be the last year for Tom. He's like 87, and he's got 87, and he's got 13, and he's got all these weapons to use in a world where he's grown up with no toys. So when a little kid doesn't have any toys and all of a sudden they're flourished, there's one of two things are going to happen. He's either going to love it, he's going to play with toys all day, or he's going to be so overwhelmed he doesn't play with any of them anyway because he's so used to not having them. So either it's going to be a really good year for Tom or a really bad year for Tom, and you don't see too many of those really bad years too often with Mr. Brady. So and we have more chiming in here with Mr. Bartell saying Scotty's right. Chubb I'm just going to guess, Ty, that your dad's a Browns fan?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Die hard.
Because he's telling me I'm picking with my heart, and he goes with Chubb. And, I mean, listen, the MVP, I really think it's going to be Aaron Rodgers. I think Rodgers has an unbelievable year and builds up his trade value, and the Packers go get something for him. But
Good.
He's been
not Green Bay. They don't appreciate him there.
They don't. They really don't, and I don't understand why. Like that's the only reason people are buying tickets in Green Bay is because of number 12. So, interestingly enough, all right, we are on to our G. Berbick Farms. What's Your Beef? Brought to you by G. Berbick Farms. Visit them on the web at gberbickfarms.com. Their family's farm to your family's freezer. All right, let's go. Ty, you've been leading us off all day like Kenny Lofton. Why don't you lead us off one more time?
I really don't have too much beef. I'm excited that the football seasons are going to start. We got some good high school games coming up Friday. We got NFL starting tomorrow. I don't know. There's a lot of excitement right now. Talk to me about next week after we have a week of the NFL season. I'll probably have some beefs then. But right now, I'm pretty all right with everything right now.
Muncie?
My beef was with all these people who want to raise LeBron up as this ultimate king of basketball, and he's not. He's not. He hasn't earned it, and I don't think he will. He'll go down as one of the greatest, but he's not going to go down as the greatest. He's just, he's a good basketball player when he wants to be. That's what kills me.
Swinging back the other way here in a couple bricks. Scotty Mincher.
My beef is myself and my undying loyalty to the Cleveland Browns and betting with my heart so much, because let me tell you something. The Browns are like two things. They're like the McRib sandwich from McDonald's in the adult film industry. Okay, hear me out. Because both of those things nobody could get enough of. They never want to admit it, but they can't look away. they gotta eat the McRib or you gotta watch the adult films. And you know it's awful for you, but you just love it. And that's how I feel being a Browns fan.
Oh, Scotty. Dude.
And what if you combine the both?
Oh,
You're watching porn and you're eating a McRib.
Nope. Nope.
They're both just tremendous, but so bad.
All right. We're done. Munson, quit poking him. Quit poking him.
Some of that sauce drips down.
Stop. Quinn, please get us out of this.
I got nothing. I can't top that. I'm good. My beef's gone.
Mac.
My beef's with Paul. I went to bed thinking I was at one place. Now I'm another place. Tomorrow I expect to be somewhere else. Why not?
Oh no, you're going to Jackson Milton. You're gonna love it. You're going to Jackson Milton. You're gonna love it.
I already know what's in store for Jackson Milton. You're trying to set me up, and we set Jeff up 2 weeks ago with Jackson Milton.
Sabotage.
Yeah.
It is not anything to do with the team. I don't want anybody to think that it's any, and it's not. It's just. It is what it is. We'll put it that way. EB, what do you got?
I mean, all you got to do to really quiet Paul down is just tell him that you blocked his number with 8675309. I mean, he has no clue. But my beef, it's not really a beef. I mean, Quinn had one job last night, and it's to get me rosters, and he didn't get me rosters. But we still
reserved.
Halfway through the first set, man. Come on.
You're the color guy. You're supposed to get them. And actually, it's supposed to be Paul that sends them to my email.
So yeah.
Throw it to Paul.
Outside of that,
weren't you the
I really don't have
play-by-play
to
guy,
beef.
EB? You were the play-by-play guy, right?
I don't know what I was. I just showed up and kind
We
of.
don't have roles. We just wing it and have fun doing it.
I just showed up and said, "Hey, Sarah, you're going to talk. I don't know what this is. Please explain it. Talk about it on the air."
Everybody loved it. So that's all that matters. Just like everybody loved Scotty Minter's comments, people are wrecking their cars, laughing. Scotty is now responsible for insurance claims all over the place. You guys are responsible for people loving volleyball, and we appreciate you so much. And Sarah, we appreciate you stepping into a big gap there and filling it very, very well. People loved your analysis. EB, you did a great job. Quinn, good job running the scoreboard. We're really proud of you being able to click that up and down button and go to commercials.
I made the whole train go. I was the gas. Thank you very much.
You were the engineer. My beef is just timing. I mean, like, I always thought, like, before I became a parent that I'd never be that dad that's, like, rushing back and like, got to pick up my kids, and then you realize that is every dad, and that's why it happens in every movie, every TV show, that you're rushing around to pick up kids and drop them off and do this and do that. My goodness, it is way tougher to be a parent than I ever thought. And listen, hats off to all the parents out there that are doing it on a daily basis, because you deserve more credit than you are ever given. So that's my beef today, is with anybody who criticizes parents in any particular stage. So unless they're scumbags, then you can criticize.
And hey, just to clear things up, I was well aware of the 8675309 joke, but it's as old as I am, and I didn't remember that, like, old school stuff was coming back around for these younger guys. So
you just forgot it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it wasn't funny, so I was like, okay, I didn't even acknowledge it because it was such an old.
Are you at that age, Paul, where you're starting to forget things?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That is going to do it for our show today. That's a Wednesday wrap. Let's go to Thursday from 3 to 4 right here on the Power Hour. We appreciate you so much.
Paul's wife likes me better than him.
That's true. That's true. She also gave us cookies and pizza on his birthday. So winner, chicken bacon ranch pizza. Right? That's how that goes. See you guys tomorrow, 3 to 4 on the Power Hour. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.